Africa.
So, Ausrüstung auswählen, Hauptwaffe. Nehmen wir die mit. Die Waffe haben sowieso immer die mit. Schuldigerfalter, genau. Da haben wir nichts. Wollte ich eigentlich entwickeln. Ich hab's vergessen. Mache ich sofort.
Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
Ja, darf ich dann bitte... Careful down the pass. So, Quiet ist auch ein Weg. Das ist sehr gut. Kannst du mal sofort erkunden. So, rennen wir natürlich direkt hinterher. Und gucken uns mal an, was da so los ist. Und trotz der Aufklärung von Quiet möchte ich mir das dann immer ganz gerne selber nochmal angucken. Und ich weiß dann zwar schon, wo einige Gegner sind, aber die sind A noch nicht gescannt. Und B weiß ich nicht, wo die Gebäude sind.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
Dann gibst du mir solche Tipps. What the hell?
High ground. Looks perfect for reconning the village.
Seit wann gibt der mir solche Tipps? Soll er? Glaubt ihr ernsthaft, ich weiß sowas nicht? Mein Gott.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, der grüne ist natürlich...
Okay, that's the general's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
Sind nicht so mega viele, ne? Oder hat Quiet einfach noch nicht mehr gesehen? Die soll ja auch... Kann doch nicht sein, dass in dem ganzen Dorf nur 4 Kindersoldaten sind. Das glaube ich irgendwie nicht.
guards approaching.
Fire! Fire!
Na komm. Na komm. Ist echt nur der eine? Kann ich ihm gar nicht glauben.
There he is, the commander. Extract him.
Guard post captured.
Okay. 4 Leute ist natürlich easy. Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, dass da noch irgendwas kommt. Aber das war echt zu easy. Muss man einfach mal sagen.
That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Fire!
Aber wieso ist meine Sniper so megamäßig ungenau? Die Schnauze.
Enemy presence detected.
Ich wollte sagen, hier steht irgendwo ein Auto. Okay, hör auf, mir Ohren voll zu sitzen, ich verstehe kein Wort. So. Den haben wir. Jetzt muss ich den anderen Dude dann noch machen.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Okay. Das war jetzt irgendwie bisher zu easy. Irgendwas kommt da noch. Das ist ein Wildtier, das ist mir egal. Wieso war das jetzt so easy?
Hey, da steht ein PKW, ich kann da nicht landen, Mami.
Immer noch ein Weg. Oh, erstmal ihn.
Alright, now you just need to extract the general's number 2.
Oh ja. So, Quiet, kommst du auch?
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone.
Das war jetzt so mega easy bis...
Mission complete.
Warum? Vielleicht zur letzten Mission war es viel zu einfach. Ich hätte jetzt damit gerechnet, dass dann irgendwie Skulls um die Ecke kommen oder sowas, aber... Ja. Naja gut, wenn sie nicht wollen, dann...
Extraction arrived.
Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Mission complete, boss. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Wo habe ich das?
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Das klingt ungesund. Was ist da los?
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? Bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. The problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up.
Yep.
We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Gut. machen wir aber in der nächsten Folge. Ich habe ganz ehrlich noch nicht wirklich eine Idee. Tod durch Infektion. Sehr gut. Tödlich verwundet, im Einsatz getötet. Okay. Ja, keine Ahnung, die müsste ich mir alle einzeln angucken. Ne? Gut, wie gesagt, das gucken wir uns in der nächsten Folge an. Bis dahin, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Haut rein. Ciao.